Hello to my mallet players. So I've got page 8 here in front of me, and we're going to go through some play along videos just for this. All right, so taking a look at number 15, Rising Rhythms, and if you need any help with the counting for quarter notes, go back and see that I've got another video that's there in Google Classroom under the resource section. Go back and watch that. I'm just going to go over notes and play these with everybody. So for number 15, Rising Rhythms, we start with D, go to E flat, F, through both of these measures, and then back down to D. I'm going to play along with this one. And this is a resource that I have called Smart Music. If you're interested in having this as a resource for yourself, let me know. There's an annual cost to it, but if it sounds like something worthwhile, then you are welcome to take a peek at it. All right. There is an accompaniment that can play with it. I'm going to turn that off for the first round, and then I'll turn it back on the second. Here we go. Ta-da! That was the first time. Let's turn on the accompaniment and see what that sounds like. Super cool, right? Okay, to the next, we've got stepping stones. We're starting with E flat times 2, D, E flat again, E flat times 2 once again, D, E flat. And if you don't have these written in and you need them, go ahead and use this. E flat. You can go back and watch as many times as you need. E flat, D. Sorry, the handwriting is terrible. Terrible. E flat, F, E flat, D, and then E flat to the end. All right. So that's number 16, stepping stones. Remember, the stepping is basically we're just going from one letter in the alphabet to the next, or from one space to the line right above it or below it, or from this line to the space above it or below it. No accompaniment for this one. Here we go. Ta-da! With accompaniment sounds like this. Ta-da! Super fun. I love these. Okay, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to move this up so we can see number 17, rain, rain. So we've got F, D, F times 2. That's a terrible D. There we go. No, that's even worse. D, F, D, that's F times 2, E flat, F, F, D, F, D, F, D, F, F, D, E flat. There's a rest here. We're going to go over that in a second. F, D. The counting for this last measure is going to be kind of tricky. So if I do the measure before and that one, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's pretty simple. We've done that one in class a couple of times. And then it has a rest on the downbeat of 1. This is what we call in music a very strong beat. To rest on it is going to feel kind of weird and unnatural. So rest there, parentheses to show that. Oh, I know, I totally wrecked the 1. Sorry. And then 2, 3-4. So when we clap count it, it's going to look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, off. All right, let's play through that one. And this is going to sound a little bit different than probably your version that you have sung as a child. Let's bump the tempo down just a little because we're starting to move around a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Number 17, Rain, Rain. And I made that little mistake. I kind of played the wrong note because I was thinking too much about muting in between. If you guys don't, if that's too much multitasking, don't worry about muting in between. Not a big deal. Let's turn the accompaniment on and see what that sounds like. That's number 17. I'm going to erase this because I need to go to the next page. Will it work? Yes, it will work, and it won't fall off the table. Huzzah! All right, I have a new note. I'm going to start off with E flat, which is normal. We know that. D, we know that. C, and I'm going to bring up my mallet map here. So if I had D, E flat, and F, I'm now just going down 1 on the natural note. So on a piano would be the white keys. And we've got the note C. Okay, should sound like this. Okay, so I'm adding a new note. Go back there. So E flat, D, C, E flat, D, and C again. C, D, and while I'm finishing this up, while I'm thinking about it, I'll get that loading. E flat, F, E flat, D, and C. Okay. No accompaniment the first time. We'll slow it down. 75 is good. Okay, slowing it down a little bit just to make sure that we have time to think about our new note. And whether you're right or left-handed, make sure that you're using both hands equally. That doesn't always mean right, left, or left, right. But make sure that you are using your hands in an intelligent way to be using both of them at the same time. Because if you use one only, you're going to find you can't go as fast. And later on, it will be harder to develop that multi-handedness. Okay, accompaniment on. I like that accompaniment so much, but I really like jazz, so that makes sense, right? Hot cross buns. Some of you guys have already been working on this one. We have D down to our new note C, and then we're going to get another new note, B flat, which is the top. If I go back over here, it's the top of my set of 3. So notes so far that we have: F, E flat, top of the set of 2, D, C, and B flat, which is the top of this set of 3. So it's important to note that these look different. So set of 2 and sets of 3. Okay. Going back. Then we've got D, C, and B flat. B flat across the board. C across this measure. Then D, C, and B flat. Only 3 notes. 2 of them are new. No accompaniment. And slow it down. Okay, now let's turn the accompaniment back on. Ta-da! One more on this page. This is by far the hardest of the songs that we have done so far. And I'll erase this so you guys can see clearly. I can see clearly now that writing's gone. Okay, so 2, we've got D, D, C, B flat. I know, almost done, baby. Okay, out, please. C, C, E flat, D, C, B flat, F, F, E flat. And this is all 5 of the notes, including the 2 new ones that we just learned. So it's a lot of stuff. D, C, E flat, D, C, and B flat. All right. So that's the names of our notes. And again, you guys can always go back, and if you need a slower version of this, just go back and watch it a few times, and that way you'll be able to pick up on everything. All right. Going to number 20, Go Tell Aunt Rhody. First time, no accompaniment. Second time, yes please accompaniment, because I like to have that background. Sometimes it's a little bit too complicated, like the one for Rain Rain kind of distracts me a little bit. And if that's the case for you too, if it's too distracting and you can't quite, you can't hear the part as it's going by, then you're welcome to just play the one video that doesn't have the accompaniment and just keep going back to that one. All right, here we go, number 20. There it goes. All right, now with accompaniment, last thing before we're done. And I can take my kids home because they keep asking when we're gonna leave. At least the one does. Here we go. that's all there is to it, guys. Have a great Halloween, a happy weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.